from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The NFL on CBS brings you the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. It is 32 degrees and sunny at Veterans Stadium. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Ryan here in Philadelphia, and these Eagles at 10-5 have nothing to look forward to in this game except awaiting the destination of their playoff, which will be either New Orleans or Minnesota. Still, they have won 7 in a row at home, and they want to make it 8. Rich Kotite says he expects the same intensity his team showed a week ago when they beat Washington to get into the playoffs. He's going to go with all of his starters today except for a couple of injured players. I'm joined here by Matt Millen. And Matt, the New York Giants, unfortunately, despite a good win last week over Kansas City, still have all of the focus on the future of their head coach, Ray Handley.
Or to maybe the non-future of their coach, Ray Handley. You know, and sometimes in the National Football League, it's just not a good mix and a good fit between the head coach and the team. Now, I was involved with one out in the Los Angeles Raiders when Al Davis hired Mike Shanahan. It just didn't work, and it became apparent early. That seems to be the case here in New York. You know, in Handley's own words, some of the players just never got on board his program. Now, what does that mean if you're a New York Giant? Well, today you have to realize that you have an offseason that's going to be filled with changes and evaluations. Every player in every position is going to be scrutinized. And I can't think of any situation in all of football where you don't step on the field and you don't take every play personally. This game then becomes your resume. And your future on this team or any team that you might want to be a part of is going to be affected.
Pepper Johnson, one of the more vocal Giants over the course of the season, both as an enthusiastic leader of the team and a more than sometime critic of the coach and the coaching staff, and particularly the Giants' defensive schemes. 32 degrees, as we mentioned at the top of our telecast here, but the wind chill, 24 degrees. Fortunately, it is a light wind so far at about 10 miles per hour. Sunny skies here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles will have the ball first. Ken Willis for the injured Matt Barr. And Sikahema, the Golden Gloves 147-pound champion in Arizona some time ago, showing his warm-up shadow boxing routine as he gets ready to return along with Jeff Seidner. And it'll be Sikahema from the 1-yard line, and he stumbles, gets out to the 18 of the Eagles. Randall Cunningham leads on the Eagles offense. A fine game last week in the victory over the Washington Redskins. 13 of 24, a touchdown and 1 interception. The left side of their line, Darrell Smith and Brian Baldinger for the injured Ron Heller and Mike Shadd. Shadd not in uniform. Heller is available. Alexander Floyd, Davis, and Byers the tight end. Running backs are Herschel Walker and Heath Sherman. Sherman a hot hand. Walker approaching the 1,000-yard mark with this final game left to get it. Barnett and Williams are the wide receivers. And there's the left side of that line with Darrell Smith, number 63, at tackle. Brian Baldinger, the 11-year veteran, number 62, at guard for Mike Shadd. Walker on first down plows his way for about 4. Defensively, the Giants in their 3-4, Eric Dorsey, Eric Howard, and Leonard Marshall. The linebacking core, Canavis McGee for Carl Banks. Banks with a calf injury. Pepper Johnson, Ed Reynolds, and Corey Miller. Banks is in uniform and could play today. The rookie, Felipe Sparks for Mark Collins on the corner, is out with rib injuries. Perry Williams on the other corner. Guyton and Jackson are the safeties. 2nd down and 6, Eagles. And it's Walker again. Walker straight ahead finds a hole, and it's close to the first down. May have it.
Tim, you know, when I look at this Eagle team for the last time we saw them 2 months ago, the thing I really see is Randall Cunningham's improved play. When I asked him what the biggest difference was that he saw, he said, you know what, it's my knee brace. He said, I have more confidence taking off and running. I got a new brace there. It's a little bit looser. I feel a lot better with it. And after that San Francisco game in the first half when I played so poorly, I just said, forget all of it. Let's just go out and play.
No doubt that he has been a much more poised and confident quarterback since then. And indeed, Rich Kotite acknowledged that after last week's game. In that game, particularly against the Redskins, he said it was the most poise he had shown all season long after struggling some in that category earlier. Gets good time here. Lobbing for Byers. Byers well covered by McGee, and Cunningham threw it out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
Tim, right there, that man. Keith Byers is another huge reason. Now, Terry Bradshaw touched on it in the pregame show. Keith Byers, Heath Sherman, Randall Cunningham, and the improved play of the offensive line are the big keys. Now, that sounds like you revamped your whole offense, but really you haven't. Heath Sherman was sitting on the bench. They put him in. That made the offensive running game pick up. But this man, Keith Byers, really has become Randall Cunningham's Keith Jackson, and he has good confidence in getting the ball to him.
Walker. Nowhere to run. Cut it back inside and wound up with a 3-yard gain. Good defensive stringing out by the Giants, turning him back inside.
Yeah. He has 966 yards. There's only been 3,000-yard rushers here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the fact that he really hasn't had a huge year, it's almost surprising that he has a chance to get his 1,000 yards.
It does. It's been a quiet 966 for Walker, but he has contributed mightily to the success of their running attack, especially because they have Heath Sherman going so well with him. Sherman with 522 yards. Hamilton, Howard, and Marshall. Now Keith Hamilton out on the left side for Dorsey in this passing situation. Some pressure on Cunningham. He gets it down, intended for Byers, and it's broken up by Perry Williams.
Boy, Keith Byers made a great adjustment on the ball, and that's a ball he should have caught. The ball was in the air and it hung a little bit. But what Byers does very well is he comes back to the ball. You watch him in motion, they send him out. Perry Williams just settles down in the zone. He gets behind him. Now watch how he comes back to the ball. Excellent job. That ball should have been caught, and he knew it.
So Fiegel punting for the Eagles. Fair catch signaled by Megan at the 32-yard line of the New York Giants. So we are just underway at Veterans Stadium and are scoreless first quarter. Tim Ryan with Matt Millen at Veterans Stadium, where the Giants have the ball first down at their own 32-yard line after a 37-yard punt. Jeff Hostetler returned to action last week after missing the last 3 games prior to that. He was injured against the Eagles on November 22nd. 10 of 16 against the Chiefs last week. 2 touchdown passes. And more importantly, bringing some spirit back into this dispirited New York Giants football team. The running backs in the eye. Hampton, and he is stopped after a gain of 2, maybe 2.5 out near the 35-yard line by Byron Evans, the linebacker. Elliott, Roberts, Oates, Bob Cratch for Eric Moore, Doug Riesenberg, and Howard Cross. The offensive front, Hampton and Bunch, the running backs. Chris Callaway and Mark Ingram are the wide receivers. At the 35-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Giants. Hostetler into the hand warmer there, already on 2nd down. As we mentioned, temperatures 32 degrees and 24 wind chill. Hampton trying to get wide left. Turns the corner and carries a tackler or 2 with him for a gain of 2 more. William Thomas, the linebacker number 51, made the stop. White, Pitts, Harmon, and Simmons, the front 4 of this fine Philadelphia defense. Joyner, Evans, and Thomas, the linebackers. Mark McMillan scheduled to start on the corner, but turned out that Booty moved over there. Allen, Miano, and John Booty, with Frizzell stepping into Booty's spot. So we don't know that there's any reason why he didn't start, but he's out there now, the rookie Mark McMillan.
Reggie White, big part of that defense. It really is the heart of that defense, and you keep an eye on him all game long, because as Reggie White goes, this Philadelphia Eagle defense goes.
Otis Smith has come into the secondary on 3rd down in the nickel formation. Hostetler gets some time, and it's in and out of the hands of Ingram, who couldn't hold on, and Hostetler took a shot after he released the ball.
Well, we said Reggie White was going to be big part of this defense. Now you're going to watch come off the ball. What the Philadelphia Eagles do very well is rush the passer right in the middle. That's called collapsing the pocket. Hello. Hostetler down, but being a gamer, jumps right back up.
Seth Joyner got the lick on him. Ruben Rodriguez ready to punt for the Giants, and they've had 3 blocked that have been costly this season. Sikahema back. A low punt takes a giant bounce, rolls inside the 20, and will be down at the 50.